afternoon, America. My name is Ashley Chambers, and this is Channel 9, Future News. Welcome to Future News. Guest appearances tonight. We have a very famous man, Mr. William James Bryan, who will be giving us his thoughts on the pending Scopes trial, and what Treasury Secretary Andrew Malone's tax policies are doing to put money in your wallets and things you didn't know. And Ford has done it again. Need a new automobile? Well, just wait about 10 seconds. The 4 things advertising companies are doing to get you to drop that green, and who Bruce Barton says is the perfect salesman. And 20 years from now, these athletes we love so much and cheer for, will they be remembered? But for those of you who may not know how the automobile first came into play, it came into play around the late 1800s, and it has been improving ever since then with the help of people like Ransom E. Olds, who was the inventor of the Oldsmobile, and a very, very popular Henry Ford. Now, I know you're at home saying, looking at me like I'm crazy, saying, oh, my automobile stalls, it isn't really reliable, yada yada. But that, my friends, has come to an end, and we could thank a very popular Mr. Henry Ford for that. Or we could just buy a brand new Ford Model T, which is very affordable, at $260. Very affordable. Very affordable. My sources tell me that some very unhappy and very grumpy German engineers, have been speculating about Mr. Ford's Model T. Fast fact for you: when the market collapses 6 to 7 years from now, 26 million people will have a registered automobile. That's 1 to every 4.9 American. So make sure you get your automobile today. My fellow American friends, if you haven't heard who Andrew Malone is, now is a good time to take a listen. Treasury Secretary Andrew Malone has been helping the prosperity in this great country of ours with his tax policies. If you don't know what they are, they favor rapid expansion of capital investment. If you don't know what that means, don't feel discouraged. Our fellow and mutual friend to the left or right of you probably doesn't know either, so allow me to enlighten you. That basically means better for you and me, and that's all that matters. And after the break, I'll let you know more about our mutual and possibly our favorite friend, Mr. Henry Ford, and about his assembly line. And I'll even let you know the 4 reasons why you want those pros that you're about to see so badly after this. In a city near Detroit, Mr. Crafty has perfected his assembly line at the Henry Ford's Rogue River plant, and rumor has it that every 10 seconds a new automobile is created there. On to other news. Bruce Barton's rising to fame novel, The Man Nobody Knows, has said that Jesus Christ is ultimately the best or perfect salesman. I'll let your thoughts ferment on that while I tell you about advertising companies and how they're winning and taking your money. They call it the 4 laws of making money. They are the use of mythical persuasion, devious ploy, tempting seduction, and the one that gets us all, sex. if you have ever bought that dress because they said it would win the boy, or if you ever bought the shirt because they said it would win the heart of the girl, then my friend, they have ultimately won. Baseball is America's halftime. I love it, you love it, we love it, and most of all, we love to watch it. Especially love to watch the Sultan of SWAT, Babe Ruth. Want to go a few rounds in the ring with Jack Dempsey and Georges Carpenter? Boom, boom, boom. Well, me neither. I don't want to do that. They would probably win. After the break, a phone call with a very popular man, a Mr. William Jennings Bryan, and his thoughts on the pending Scopes trial, otherwise known as the monkey trial. And we'll see you soon, America. Hello, hello, and hello, my friends. It's nice to see you again. Now, he couldn't be here with us in person, but we have a very popular man named Mr. William Jennings Bryan on the phone who is going to give us his thoughts on the pending Scopes trial. And for those of you who don't know what the Scopes trial is, it's commonly known as the monkey trial. And basically, a biology teacher named Mr. John Scopes is being prosecuted for teaching evolution to high school juniors. And let's go to that phone call. Hello, Mr. Bryan.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Chambers.
Thank you for joining us this evening. I just have a few questions for you.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Do you feel the prosecution is correct in prosecuting Mr. Scopes?
I completely believe the prosecution and myself are correct in this. It dishonors and discredits to the Holy Bible completely. A teacher teaches evolution. It is unfair to the children and the parents of the children to have that belief pushed on them. I'd also go against the law in the state to teach such asinine things.
But don't you feel children should be taught as all aspects of their religion as well as the Bible and science and be allowed to make their own decisions?
I don't feel this way in the slightest. These children do not understand enough to make the correct decision on the topic. They are still very much children and don't know what they believe. That is why we need to tell them, and it does not make it easier with Scopes teaching evolution.
But don't you feel that is pushing your beliefs onto those children?
Absolutely not. I believe this guidance, and everybody needs guidance here and there.
We're almost out of time, but where does the relationship between fundamentalist and modernist stand after this trial?
Well, I believe this is just a rough patch, and it can only improve. But as long as they stop teaching evolution, we will all be fine.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryan.
Thank you for having me.
Alright, America, well, there you have it, the thoughts of Mr. Bryan on the Scopes trial. And I want to say thank you for joining us tonight on Channel 9 Feature News. My name is Ashley Chambers, and have a good night, America.